Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NVAX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this may look like several days worth of time right there, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. So I don't mean to state the obvious, but I am anyways. A very, very nice day today. Majority of the gains came during that opening 30 minutes, which is represented by that candle right there. But to be fair to the bulls, it's not like that was it. After that, the price just slowly, rose up the remainder of the day and essentially closed right up at the high. So let's first start talking about some areas of support, though. Let me zoom out just to give myself a little bit more perspective to make sure. Yeah, there we go. I like that. So, yes, I'm talking to myself a little bit. First area of support, I would call right here at about $1.52. So $1.52, initial area of support. And then the next one after that, I'm not going to call necessarily the must-hold level of support at $1.42, but that's definitely the level that you want to see hold. The reason for that is, the last thing you want to see the price do is go back to where it was. I'm assuming I'm kind of stating the obvious when I see that, or when I say that. And when you see here, if the price drops below that, that all of a sudden puts the price down within this range right here. And like I said, you don't want to see the price going back to where it was, right? Whereas let's say the price heads down here, not saying that'll happen, but let's just pretend heads down there, bounces around, and then heads back up. Even at this point in time, even with a deep pullback like that, heck, you'd still have a set of lows right there. This set would be down there, and if you picture those as stair steps, well, the stair steps are still easily progressing in the upwards direction. Whereas, if the price starts to drift down below there, things just don't look quite as pretty as what they do right now. By no means am I saying $1.42 will get tested, but I'm just kind of justify why I'm calling that, more so the must-hold level of support. So $1.52, $1.42, both of these are almost irrelevant right now given the price closed all the way up there, but nonetheless still wanting to get them mapped out. Now for the fun stuff, what about levels of resistance? So potential battlegrounds. For this, gonna have to scrunch up the chart that much more. Always a good problem to have. So initial area of resistance, I think it broke above that level. Yep, broke above that one. What about that one? Nope, not quite. Right there at $1.70, you can see $1.70 rejected the price back here a couple times. The bulls can push through $1.70, which could very well potentially happen tomorrow. Next key level of resistance to keep an eye on up there at $1.78. So $1.70, $1.78, two key battlegrounds going into tomorrow. But at the end of the day, as long as the price just keeps on building these higher bases, then by no means does the price have to break levels of resistance. It's all about just building those higher stair steps at this point in time. So we'll see if the bulls can continue to build upon this momentum. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point. And like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.